In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how your trumpet lies to you, but how you can use your mouthpiece to get to the truth. What's up everyone, my name is Joshua Rzepka, and today I've got a tip that will help all of you, and at the minimum it will give you something different to think about. Earlier in the introduction I said that your trumpet is a liar, and well, that's true. The trumpet, it lies to us. And what I mean by that is this: the signal that we put into the trumpet is not always the signal that we get out. However, there is something that doesn't lie to us. That is the mouthpiece. The mouthpiece does not lie to us. The signal that we put into the mouthpiece is the signal that we get out of the mouthpiece. And there is a big difference between the trumpet and the mouthpiece. And that is that the mouthpiece doesn't have any partials that it's going to direct you towards. The trumpet, well, it's only going to give you certain notes depending on what valve combination you put down. It's kind of like a bottle. If you take a bottle and you blow over the top of it, you're going to get a sound. Or actually, you could take a mute and blow over the top of a mute, right? And you get a sound. This mute wants to resonate only at that pitch. It's not going to give you a different pitch. And if you try and give it a different signal, if you blow into it a little bit differently, it's, maybe you'll get a little bit of a change, but it's either going to give you no sound or it's going to give you the sound that it wants to resonate at. And it's the same with the trumpet. The trumpet wants to resonate at those specific pitches. The signal that the trumpet gives us might actually be different than the signal we're putting in. If that's the case, then we have a lot of inefficiency in our playing, and that's something that we can fix, and it's going to make our endurance better, it's going to make our sound better, our flexibility, it's going to make everything better. So at the core of what I'm talking about today is really efficiency and how you can use your mouthpiece to really supercharge your efficiency and make sure that you are really dialed in and that your trumpet isn't lying to you, that the signal you're putting in is the same as the signal that is coming out. All right, so here is how I'm going to demonstrate. I'm going to play a G on the trumpet, and then I'm going to buzz a G on the mouthpiece, and then I'm going to slide the trumpet onto the mouthpiece, and you're going to hear a G. But then I'm going to buzz a different note, and I'm going to slide it onto the trumpet, and just wait until you hear what happens. All right, so what was just going on? I was buzzing a G, I slid on the trumpet, I got a G, but then I buzzed an A, and when I put the trumpet onto the mouthpiece, a G was coming out. And then when I took it off, it was going back to that A. And what was happening there? Well, the trumpet was lying. That's what was happening. The trumpet only wants to resonate at certain pitches, and that depends on what partial you're closest to, and that has very big implications for our playing, for our efficiency, and how we think about playing the trumpet. Because what that means is that the trumpet is going to give us whatever note we're closest to as far as partials and valve combination, and what that means is that we could actually be kind of off. The signal that we're putting in the trumpet, it could be a half step off. It could be a whole step off. It could actually be a little bit more for nearly everything that we play, and the trumpet is going to funnel us to that nearest note. That's how the trumpet lies to us. And you think that's efficient? You think that's good for your sound or your endurance or flexibility or anything? No, because you're fighting the trumpet. If you're giving it this signal and the trumpet is outputting this signal, there's a difference there, and you're basically working against the trumpet, and it just is not the best way to go about playing the trumpet. If you do that all the time, you're going to be worn out really quickly. So what is the solution? And this may be real controversial for some people, because I know a lot of people out there are not too keen on buzzing, but the solution is buzzing. Now, a lot of people out there I know have very strong opinions about buzzing, and maybe they think it's great, maybe they think it's terrible. And for all of you naysayers out there, for all of you people who may be a little skeptical about buzzing, I want you to just consider the following. I'm not advocating buzzing for many of the reasons that I feel people typically do. I really just want to highlight the idea that we can use buzzing to improve our accuracy so that the signal we put into the trumpet is closer to the signal that we want. When we buzz, we have to do a couple things. We've got to use our ears, because there's no partials that our mouthpiece is gonna funnel us towards. We've got to use our ears, and we've got to use our air, and we've got to use our chops in coordination. Those three things, they have to work together, and then we get the pitch. Then we get the note that we're looking for. And if we can learn how to buzz, it's gonna teach us, and it's really gonna help us dial it in and to get to the actual pitch that we're trying to play. Otherwise, we may be putting a signal into the trumpet. Like I said, it might be a half step off. It might be a whole step off for everything that we play. And we wouldn't be any the wiser, because the trumpet, it doesn't give us that feedback while we're playing that we are actually kind of off target. The mouthpiece, though, the mouthpiece doesn't lie. The signal that you put into the mouthpiece, that's what you get out. So if you're playing and it's not steady and it's all over the place, well, that's because the signal you're putting in is not steady and it's all over the place. And if the signal you're putting in is nice and full and steady, well, that's what's going to come out of the trumpet. And I really think that is one of the best things that the mouthpiece really teaches us. One of the best things that we can learn from buzzing and playing the mouthpiece. It's really going to help us understand exactly what we're putting into the trumpet. Like I said, because the trumpet doesn't tell us the truth. So I hope this gives you something to think about. And I'm going to do a couple videos on buzzing coming up over the next month or two, and I'm going to dive in a little bit deeper so that I can really share some more ideas about buzzing and why I find it to be so beneficial. But this, I really just kind of wanted to get it out there. I wanted you to think about how the trumpet lies to us and how the mouthpiece doesn't, and how we can use that to our benefit to help us improve our playing. Well, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like, hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment. It really makes a very big difference. I want to thank you for spending some time with me today and watching this video, and I will see you in the next video.